W.
But I know for
Doctor.
sure that I'm going to
Yeah.
pronounce Lady W correctly.
It's true. All right, so you did
Good girl, Mia.
Quick out of character note. I may have to take a phone call at some point, and I may have to leave early because this is classified, but who cares, right? Our Secretary of Defense has a group chat, so Jack is coming back from the submarine today, and at some point the
Hey.
submarine will arrive, and he will call me, and I may or may not have to go pick him up.
Okay, well, tell him I said hi when you see him.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed the first half because my computer freaked out. You said you have to leave early?
I might.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
submarine is coming back. I don't know when, so I'm waiting on a phone call. But he
All right.
has no means of transportation, so I might have to go get him.
I mean, he's got a
Gotcha.
submarine.
He does have a submarine. Yeah, my house is not waterside. So
not submarine accessible, you say?
right, it is not.
All right. So you guys
Yeah.
just left Lady Voctor's house. I think it's getting close to evening.
I think.
And you can even see, like, as you look down the street as it's getting dark, you can see the lights on at the Blue Water Inn from where you're at. And you can see there's some people that are kind of bustling into the inn.
Nice.
All right.
I want to warm up the crowd before they work.
You wanna what?
You want to do what?
Can I warm up the crowd before the order goes on? Like, just entertain people while they're trickling in.
Well, I was gonna say, we probably want to strategize on when we plan to assault the Baron's Manor because there's like a chance that the guards will come here, right? That they've heard about this and they'll come to the Blue Water Inn. So like, do we want people here to deal with the guards, or do we want to like take that opportunity to like potentially hit the Baron's Manor while like I could be here doing the crowd and you all could go and infiltrate the Baron's Manor and maybe have fewer guards to deal with?
Yeah, I
Should we?
Who else
Should we
is
take
getting...
11? Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
should we take 11 minutes for me to get a chance to see a portent of the future?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah, in
11
terms
minutes
of
for that,
whether or
yeah.
not to expect conflict here, like, because then we
Yeah.
can plan, like, this is a decoy.
Okay. So you're going to cast the spell?
Yeah, I want to do the augury thing again. So since this is the second time in a day, there's a chance for failure.
Hmm.
Oh shit. Why is this? Oh, here it is. Did I copy that in the chat before or just like read it to you? My characters.
I
You're
don't see it.
I know what you're talking about, though, I think.
Augury.
Augury? I was thinking like augur.
Yes, that's how you would say it. I like to say things wrong.
Oh, I literally thought you were correcting me. You're like the English whiz over here trying to confuse me.
Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So if you found it, you basically know. But just as a reminder, you only really need to say like good and bad, or neither good nor bad. All you have to say. You gave a lot of flavor and character last time, so I like that. But just reminding you. And then there's a 25% chance that I won't get an answer. So I figure I should roll a d4.
Yeah, roll a d4.
Is 4 or 1 bad? Or 2 or 3?
1, okay.
Yeah, I didn't really let you answer that question first. I
That's
would
okay.
assume 1 is the failure, but you're DM. The question, by the way, if you're gonna answer it, is like, is our attempt to start a riot gonna like just end in some horrible outcome?
Let me think here. This is always difficult when you give me this. You feel warmth, and you can see the burning sky. You hear the people cheering. You also feel shadows stirring in the ruins. You can see Isabella's eyes burning like embers. And you can see a mask slipping into the darkness. And Lady Voctor's smile, cold as moonlight. You see victory, but a price unseen.
Victory like that. I guess I don't see this. But
It's a nice
I
description,
do
though. I like
relate
that.
though. Like, okay, guys, I didn't. Last time was kind of vague. This one feels really vague. I think. I don't know, something about a mask. I'm looking at you sideways, Leor. Something
Sorry,
might happen to you.
what I meant was good and bad.
That's kind of good and bad. I was thinking neither. Okay. See, thanks for the clarification.
I really liked the flavor, though. That was nice.
we will win. All of the peasants will die.
No, you heard people cheering.
Lady Wachter
Some
definitely.
Voctor, it's German W.
Wachter. I refuse to do a full V. If it's a W, it's a W. Shut up, German people.
I mean, if you look at it, it's actually 2 V's, like, superimposed. So it should be extra V.
My interpretation of that, my read on that, it was your vision, so, maybe you feel differently, but I think, like, short-term victory and mid to long-term more darkness stuff there. But I feel good about that because we have time between the mid to long-term to fix that.
Also,
Like that.
how's Norbert feeling? Norbert, I hope you're not on mute this whole time and you've been trying to talk.
No, I've been here.
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha. How's Norbert feeling? I need some Norbert vibes.
Should I have anything other than regular vibes?
I mean,
about the impending revolution.
The impending revolution.
I mean, Norbert doesn't like the Baron and may have felt a little overzealous in his actions, but is committed. And there's not really much else to say about that.
All right. Party's in agreement. It's always good. Oh, where will you head? It's starting to get a little dark.
Well, Lior's for sure going to the Blue Water Inn. I think the question is just where if everyone else is also going there or if you're gonna split off.
I didn't really hear how everybody else felt as a party in terms of the plan.
Yeah, if someone's going to the Baron's place, I want to be in that group.
Oh, like we do an infiltration while she rallies the troops? I don't know. That's a party split, though.
Well,
it is.
That's a faux pas.
But if the guards are going to be focused on this, like if we think that there's going to be guard intervention there, then this is the best time to hit the Baron's manor. But it's up to you all. I'm for
what's the
sure doing the
distance
performance.
between the two? What's the travel time to get from one place to the other?
Let me see.
I could infiltrate the Barrens. Frankly, like, you guys didn't see what I can do, but I would have told you. Like, damn, it was badass. I just became like a gas and they couldn't do shit.
It's like
I assume I could also get in fairly easily.
it's like 600 feet from one to the other.
Oh, so we're talking like a matter of like a minute of sprinting.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I don't think we have that much of an advantage if we're all hitting that. I mean, like if we're doing it sneakily and all the guards are here, that's one thing. But if like we make a scene over at the Baron's place, which presumably killing the Baron would do, all the guards are going to be on us anyway, pretty quick, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
getting
you can
cold
already.
feet.
You're
I've
getting
never,
cold
like,
feet.
killed a man.
Well,
I've
we don't
only ever
have to kill
killed,
him.
like,
We have to
monsters.
take him prisoner at least. We have to
Yeah.
capture
No.
him.
I'm against the party split now. I am not against the idea of going in and capturing them, but I think we just stand our ground here because if they attack us with a bunch of soldiers here or something and there's a showdown, we have all of us together plus all of these very motivated people, and we'll just cut their numbers in half before we go out for the next front.
Oops.
I would
It's like
also
splitting their party if they do that.
like long-term bird's eye view of the revolution. I would also like to hurt as few guards as possible because I don't think the guards are actually on the Baron's side. I think like once the Baron is deposed, the guards will be on our side again. So I don't want to hurt anybody.
Well, I know
Except,
this
but I
magical
am
trick.
willing to hurt people.
I know this magical trick. If I just say I want to attack this person non-lethally, wink, and I'll just knock them out.
That is rules as written.
I don't know if your psychic blades knows how to do non-lethal, so I may make you do something besides your psychic blades.
That is also fair.
What if I just hit them with the blunt end of the stick blade?
What?
Well,
blunt end
I
of the
throw
psychic.
Okay.
that
blade
actually,
backwards.
no, spells, it is actually specific to, I think, like melee attacks. Maybe not even ranged.
Yeah, that would be fair. It's hard to knock somebody out with an arrow.
Can I get an arrow with a boxing glove on the end of it?
I do think the more I've thought about it, it's like I was suggesting like a quick assassination, but now I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if Edgestyle is comfortable with killing like regular dudes.
No, he's not a regular dude. He was gonna kill 3 people, and we stopped him.
I guess that's true.
I mean, I've been fine with trying to take him hostage. If we can get, I don't know what his private guards are like in his chambers or whatever, but if we can get him alone, like in a bed where all of us are there, we probably could just take him peacefully and tie him up.
Yeah, Isabella's the wild card. We thought that she was gonna be more on our side than she is. So
What a jerk face.
I know. Okay, so to the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah. But I still think no matter what, like, even if we have a showdown here, we can just try to incapacitate guards. Show of force once everybody turns and is on our side, they'll probably give up.
Am I the only one who would get anything at all from a short rest?
Oh, I don't know. Did anything happen at the end of the last session?
I would benefit from a short rest. I don't need one though.
I'm in the same general boat.
I get one more bardic inspiration back on a short rest, and yep, that's it.
I think
I get my transport. Theoretically, I could sit back, short rest, come into the inn in an hour.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait. Psionic recovery. So my Psionic Whispers comes back on a long rest, but I have this recovery thing that lets me replenish. Sorry,
Oh, you know what? I guess I could be keeping watch. Can you keep watch during a short rest?
You can, but if you have to take action, I believe it cancels your short rest.
Yes.
possibly.
So I think I might do that. I might chill for an hour outside. Assuming nothing else happens, I get a short rest. Assuming something happens, I see it a little before everyone else.
Okay. You approach the Blue Water Inn. So by the time you guys finally get there, Blue Water Inn is very crowded, but it's also a little unusually quiet. The soft glow of the candlelight flickers through the leaded windows, casting really long shadows uh, across the ground. Let's get you over there. All right. Can you guys see?
Yes.
And you see some patrons standing outside, standing around the well. You can see that there's quite a number of people inside.
Excellent. Great. Cool. We're
Um,
gonna make our way inside.
okay. And Edgedale, are you staying behind?
Yeah, I'll stay. I'll stay like outside. Um,
Maybe out of sight over here.
yeah, I was gonna say in. Okay, I finally. Yeah, maybe in like a little. If there's maybe like right here, like by the door, by that little alcove, just kind of sitting, just kind of chilling. If anyone asks, like, "Nah, homie, I'm just
Right
hanging out,
here?
man."
Right here?
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Okay.
Actually, just so I can see around the building a bit, I was thinking the other side of it.
Okay. You pass by a few. Let's say all of you are approaching, and then you kind of walk along these people who are just kind of eyeballing as you walk past them. They kind of stopped in their conversation and just stare at you.
Hey guys, how's it going?
That not much. So, how about yourself? This
Oh,
fine evening.
just hanging out. Pretty crowded here. What's going on?
Uh, I don't know. Just
I guess we'll see. Nice to meet you. I'm
not
Edgedale.
nice to meet you, Edgedale.
I definitely don't have anything to do with the riot.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, she looks
I,
very uncomfortable when you said that.
I sit down
You sit
quietly,
down on the ground.
start minding my own business.
Okay. Um, you you all enter the establishment, and the door creaks open, and like the very like thin tension coils through the air. You see Danica standing behind the bar, kind of looking around while she's wiping down the bar, with very slow and deliberate strokes as she sees you enter. And she motions you to come sit at the table.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that.
Okay. Boop, boop. Um, and she approaches you. She places the glass down right on the table, leans forward and looks at you and says, Lior,
Yes, Danica.
you need to leave now.
Roger. Got it. Can I make an insight roll?
Sure.
20.
Oh, uh, So you see like the slight tension in her shoulders and like her fingers curling under the table.
Mm.
And you see her gaze kind of flick towards the window and back to you. And she looks afraid. Like afraid for you, not for herself.
Yeah. Okay. That was what I thought. But good to confirm on the insight roll. Okay.
Are we still telepathically linked?
Well, I never was. And if you are, then Isabella's on that channel too.
How did everybody but Norbert?
No, because it was Isabella and Edgetheow
Yeah.
and Norbert and you.
Yeah, I took issue with it, but I didn't want to fight in the airport.
Mm.
I feel like
Yeah.
I should be able to cut people off, but that's fine.
All right. And she just kind of motions towards the back. And Edgetheow, can you make a perception check?
Boy, howdy, I sure can. Plus.
You actually see maybe like 200 or 300 feet away. You see some villagers talking to a group of guards. And you see the villager pointing at the inn, and you see like maybe 4 or 5 guards headed your way towards the front door.
I start knocking on the window.
Okay. Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, so Lior's was already ready to move from Danica's warning there, so moving towards the back quickly and bringing Norbert and Zaro along with me unless they protest.
He calls out to you quietly as you pass. He says, "Find Rictavio at the stockyards."
Rictavio, okay.
He'll be in his wagon.
Thank you, Danica. I'm sorry that we didn't get to have the vigil for Ernst or Erwin.
It's fine. I'll do what I can now.
Great. Appreciate you, Danica. Thank you. Goodbye. I'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Sure. I'll try to deal with the crowd tonight. We'll see how this works out.
I owe you a performance.
More than one, but thank you.
All right. Away we go.
Yep. And as you start to head out the back, you see Danica beeline towards the front, off towards the guards. Edgetheow, do you go into the Blue Water Inn, or you just kind of walk around beside it?
I'm banging on the window, assuming they don't notice me banging on the window and be like, yo, what's up with that dude? Yeah, I just walk around. Down like southwards.
Okay. Well, both of you are able to get through the back, go behind the bar and out the back. Edgetheow, as you are walking in the back, you can hear Danica greeting the guards as the guards asking, "Anyone seen a group of travelers come this way?" And Danica saying, "I can't say that I have." So all of you are able to get out the back just fine.
Cool.
Now
right.
what?
Is the back? I don't know where I'm going.
Nope, I'm just taking either. I'm not going to animate it for you.
Cool.
That did not end up into a fight, so don't need the map anymore.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Didn't end up in a fight yet.
True.
I go back. No, I'm kidding.
All
Oh
right.
man.
If we're lucky, maybe they'll be out searching for us if we're heading to the Baron's place.
Yeah, I guess that's really the only place to go if we're not going to be able to talk to the crowd.
I mean, if you
I'm
want
disappointed.
to have the showdown there, like I expect those 5 guards will eventually join the fight at the Baron's place.
Right, but I don't expect that we're gonna have. I don't expect that after we capture the Baron, we're gonna have to fight more guards. Like I think that's gonna be the end of it. And so if they're distracted, I think it is the right time to move on the Baron.
Right. I'm hopeful that we can just stealth our way all the way into a private, 5-on-1, 4-on-1 situation with the Baron, but something tells me that probably won't happen.
Yeah, if only I still had a mask.
Here's a thought. What if we just leave? We have that option.
No, we're committed to this. Norbert did we were very committed at the whatever. Oh, we should go to the stockyards. Rictavio's gonna help us.
Rictavio. Hey.
Yeah. So we should do that.
Yeah,
I don't know. DM, I don't know who that is, correct?
Do a history check.
Cool. He's a historical figure. 14.
You have no idea who this is.
Great. I don't know who Rictavio is, but if Danica trusts him, that is enough for me. And I believe that we should go and see him. I don't think that we'll have another chance, so I think we should do that quickly before we attack the Baron. But it is increasing the risk because we have to move through more of the city, so open to other people's feedback.
I'm fine with it. I'm firmly of the mindset that if we encounter small groups of them, we're just helping cull the problem before it gets really big.
I don't actually dislike the guards, so I don't want to kill the guards, but if it comes down to it, I absolutely will. But
no, we can knock them up, tie them up, throw them in a basement. Like if we're doing all this tonight, nobody's gonna find them in the cellar until tomorrow. Probably.
Okay. All right. So to the stockyards.
Correct. And the stockyards are on the east side of town, near the town center.
Okay. Great. I was wondering about that. I assumed it was close to where the hanging was supposed to happen, but okay. Great. Let's go that way. That gives us potentially a less trafficked path to get to the Baron's house too afterwards. I don't
also just as we're walking and spitballing the plan here, Leora, I am more than happy to let you try in the first instance to just convince the guards to support our plan or at least not oppose our plan. But
yeah,
if
Isabella's not there, I would like to try that. If Isabella's there, I feel like that ship has sailed. We failed to convince her. She's on the side of darkness.
Also fine knocking her out.
Well, if we can, I don't know. Lady W thought she was going to be a real problem. We'll see. Norbert's got to put the charms on her.
We're rested up. If we it's all about numbers. I think anybody, Baron or Isabella, if we're getting them isolated, we're probably in good shape to try to deal with it.
I don't know. She's got demon blood. I don't know what that does to somebody.
I'm feeling cocky.
Okay.
Not as cocky as I will be next level. Wink.
All right. Let's do a group stealth check.
Okay. So everyone rolls and we take the lowest, or?
No, we take the average, and then I think we'll see what happens.
So I can add a D8 to this if it changes it to a success.
I'm gonna assume that's a success.
Well,
right,
but you're taking the average. Does it get weighted into? I don't know how that works.
Is that 19 your stealth check?
16. Oh.
No, that was the perception.
11. What does that bring you to?
Let me pull it up. Skills. +6. What the? Oh, that's survival. +3 though.
Okay.
I was like, "There's no way. Why the hell do I have that?"
Yeah. Okay. So, it takes you like 5 minutes to get through, but you're able to get all the way to the stockyards. Is there a map for that?
You drew one, right? Oh, sorry.
No, this is a different.
Not stockades or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds similar. I don't think there's a map for this. That's fine. Don't need one. Just don't want you guys to miss any cool content. All right, so
Fun if we do.
Are we talking stockyards or stockades?
Stockyard.
stockyard.
With animals,
Yeah,
potentially.
I'm just tired. Long day at work. So I'm
Oh,
introduced
we're gonna unleash the
confusion.
animal. No, I don't think anyone said stockades. I just
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
And if you didn't hear that, thanks for validating my own mental blunder.
Right.
You enter the stockyard, and it feels a bit lively, but also foreboding. The stockyard is enclosed by a wooden fence, and it's post-worn with age, with occasional gap where the fence has been patched up. It smells like livestock, hay, manure, like a faint scent of meat, like pungent odors of oil and rust. There are a bunch of pens with cattle, goats, pigs. You hear them bleeding and oinking. You see a few disheveled workers moving about, repairing fences, caring for the animals. You see a brightly painted wagon that stands out among all of the drab surroundings, like it doesn't belong there at all.
Color is it?
Like it's very bold, deep reds, yellows, blues, all in swirling patterns of like circus tents and acrobats.
Oh.
Very
What's up, boy?
large, very large, tall, sturdy wheels that have clearly seen a lot of travel. Sign hangs on the side, partially obscured, but you can just make out Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders in ornate
Ooh.
letters.
Okay. I'm gonna approach, paying attention as I do if there's any like noises or movements or anything. But assuming that there's not, I want to like knock on the wooden side of the wagon.
Before you even get close to it, the entire wagon lurches back and forth.
Oh,
Ugh. Like something big has thrown itself against the inside wall. And you can hear like the cracking of wood and the scraping of metal. And you hear the snarl of something inhuman.
Fun. We're
Huh.
inside.
Does it-
Inside.
does it look like this? Does it look like the thing that must have been big enough to have done this like would fit in there, or does this kind of like look like a physics-defying sort of thing?
It doesn't look like it's physics defying in any way. Like it might just be something inside of there. You see that the sides of the wagon are battered with like dry blood. You also see
Cool.
an inscription on the wagon's door frame that reads, "I bring you from the shadow into light."
Hey,
Well, that's bad.
no, Danica said to find him. Like, okay, potentially, maybe there's a werewolf in there who's eaten Rictavio, but assuming that Rictavio is in there, I am very confident that he is a good person who will help us because I trust Danica.
Is it a full moon?
I don't know. I don't know if werewolves are even like a thing that I would know about, like as a real thing or as a lore thing, you know? Like
That's where my mind went to, though.
if there's stories of werewolves, which I assume there are, I assume Lior has heard them. But
Yeah, I kind of assume if I know that they exist now as a person, like there's a lot of things in the monster manual I don't know about, but then I just like know of their existence, but then I don't probably without a check know
anything
the
about them,
actual
yeah.
right. Like what are vampires weak to? Do they care about garlic? Like I don't know that, you know.
Okay. So the question is, how can we tell if that's a person in there? We could make a noise. We could just shout and see what happens.
What do you shout?
Wait, sorry, how big is the thing? Before we just start. giving ourselves away. How
You
big is
can't
this
see
building?
it. Oh, how big is it? Think of it as like a very large wagon, like
But Mr.
Uh,
Like
Megorium's Wonder
SUV
Emporium.
size.
like there's like a little stairs to get up to the door. The wheels are, uh, I'd say the wheels are probably like 4 feet tall, like big wagon wheels. This thing like could be like a studio apartment almost.
Okay. Well, I don't know what we're talking about. Like 15 feet long and like maybe 10 feet across.
Yeah, I think that maybe that. Yeah, something like that.
Like an old
10
Western
feet.
wagon, but even bigger by a bit.
Like an old timey train car, like that size. Yeah.
And it has no gaps in like the sides. It's like 100% covered. There's just a
Correct.
back.
100%. And as you're looking, it almost seems like it's purposefully so.
And it's not cloth because I'm picturing like just
No,
most
it's all
wagons
wooden. Like
cloth.
wooden. It's like all wooden.
And
Completely
we
enclosed.
we heard something metallic inside when it was clanging around.
Yeah, I'm cool to just pop it open if that's what you guys want to do, or make a bunch of noise, or talk to it, whatever.
Yeah, I want to talk. Rictavio?
Um, who is it?
A friend.
Oh, yes. Come on in, Lior.
Oh,
You guys,
interesting.
I told you it was cool. Okay, so I'm gonna approach the door that with the little stairs leading up to it.
Yeah, you open the door and like this like scent of raw meat mixed with the musk of wild beast strikes you in the face like hard. The inside of the wagon's dim, lit by a single swinging lantern that casts like flickering shadows across the interior. Rictavio, who you actually recognize, all of you do, is the old man who's been giving you hints.
I'm sorry, old person giving us hints. What?
Yeah,
The
the
one
that rode Edgethau when he was a horse.
Oh, that dude, sweet.
He
The
sits at a
vampire thing.
small wooden table near the back, his brow furrowed over an open map of Valaki. You see his like same old clothing, very vibrant. He looks like a performer. But it doesn't quite align with like the vibe that he's giving off, like steel in his eyes. And you see his hand. He glances at you, but his hand never leaves the hilt of his silvered short sword at his hip.
Hello, it's a pleasure to formally meet you, Rictavio.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
that we have a name to put to the face.
yeah, is the pleasure. You also, sorry, I'm like describing everything. You don't miss. It's very difficult to miss. Behind, uh, behind him at the far end of the wagon is a saber-toothed tiger
Oh, chained?
in a cage.
Okay.
I would like to just note this means that
So
Ed
can
Thiao has
I turn
seen-
into one?
Exactly.
I don't know what the
That's
CR is.
That's what I'm getting
That's
at.
the question.
Well, you can in the future. As
Me
soon
and
as you
David
unlock
are-
that CR,
are
right?
on-
Yeah.
It all depends on what the CR is. The CR
I'm at-
is
I'm at a half.
so CR is 3.
So end of the game, maybe.
I'd never get that high.
But he's seen one. Danica sent us your way, Rictavio.
He said he looks at you and goes, I was wondering how long it would take you.
Well,
I suppose you have questions.
Many questions.
yeah, Edgethau maybe has questions. I feel like you guys bonded a little more.
Oh, I don't
Um,
think I should ask the questions. They're all going to be off topic. Like, hey man, are you the famous vampire hunter? I asked.
Why would you say that? Because you saw me hunting vampires while riding you the other night?
Yeah, you were like really good at it too, like
I can
someone who's
neither
done it before, you know.
confirm nor deny that such a legend even exists.
Oh, well, I mean, we can confirm the legend exists. We've heard it.
Yeah,
But
plus
also,
like if it wasn't you, you would probably just say no. So, all right, I won't ask any more questions about that.
I will say that discussing the open discussion of overthrowing the Baron in the town square is not not an efficient way to go about things.
We were a little pressed at the time for options. So yes, in hindsight being 2020, would we have handled things a little differently? Perhaps. But here we are. We're committed to overthrowing the Baron. Are you on that page also?
I am, though you make strange allies.
Yeah, we're not I assume you're talking about Lady W. We're not 100% sure on her at the moment, but I'm not going to take control of the city. I'm not going to be the new Baron. Neither are any of these guys. We've got other things to do, and so I also don't want to leave the town with no one to protect them or guide them. I care about the people here, so I don't want to depose the Baron and not have an alternative.
Well, you are right to be wary of Lady Voctor. But what possessed you to do it in the middle of the town square? Barovia's walls have ears, my friend. And I hear a lot, very quickly. But since you've already kicked the hornet's nest, no use crying over spilled milk. So let's talk about how you don't die because of it.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be good.
So
Sorry, go ahead. Rictavio.
what have you planned so far besides, well, a riot?
So I believe that the Baron does not have the hearts and minds of anyone in the town, including the town guard. And so I think that the best approach is a swift and deliberate strike that isolates the Baron. I think that if we can do that with minimal loss, that would be the preferred route here, because I don't think that the guards will rush to defend him once he is no longer in a position of power.
How will you deal with how will you deal with the garrison and Isabella?
Well, Isabella is an open question. We thought that she was a lot more, shall we say, amenable to change than it appears that she actually is, in fact.
Although avoiding both of those issues would be preferred.
Right, yeah. If we can't avoid through stealth, that would be our preference in both cases. I don't know where Isabella is at the moment, so that might not be possible with her.
I could
But
also, if
really divide and conquer is the strategy. Just
if we
get her separated from the other guards.
are forced to have a group chat that can't be terminated, we could maybe use that if we're good at executing mental decoy. Like we could lead her out with fake images of some place that we aren't.
It does. How long has it been since we cast that? Because it does just end at a certain point.
I think it's been definitely over 6 hours.
Oh, has it?
Oh, yeah, so you...
Yeah, if it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's nighttime
like-
because the whole ordeal with like dealing with Edgethay, escaping. You guys went to Lady Voctor's, talked to her, left her house, went to Blue Water Inn, escaped the Blue Water Inn, then walked over here, and now talking to Rictavio.
Yeah, you sounds like you guys played through a lot of stuff while I was out. I just remembered we were like, oh, okay, later tonight we're gonna have this thing, and then we did some stuff, and so I assumed it was partway through the day. Yeah, got it.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, you missed out on a little bit.
No worries. I got a bunch
It
of
wasn't.
mistakes.
It wasn't your kind of stuff. We didn't kill anyone while you were gone. It was political intrigue. It's not really your thing.
I asked in character, how long are we going to be here, guys? Because I kind of want to talk to this cat.
Um,
The tiger? You want to talk to the tiger?
Yeah, he seems cool.
Well, I mean, if we are agreed and we have an ally, I don't feel the need to stay here. I think a sudden strike is better, but it's kind of Octavio. Are you our ally in this?
I am your ally against all demons, corruption. I will definitely be your ally in this. But after this, I don't know if our goals will continue to align.
Understood.
Yeah, you didn't have to disclose that.
We I think I can speak for the party and say we would prefer not to make an enemy of you, if at all possible. But I definitely understand diverging interests. We wouldn't want to impose on your hospitality, I guess, any longer than you're willing to lend it to us.
Happy to have you on our side for this leg of the journey.
We
Yes.
have a common enemy. True.
When just as a point of clarification, you said you're on our side against demons and corruption. Do you have reason to suspect the Baron is in the former category, or just that he's corrupt?
The Baron is an idiot. That's the only thing that he's capable of.
Okay, great. Also my read, just making sure.
But the townsfolk are terrified, and with good reason. The Baron has them so cowed that they believe all will be well nonsense. If you want them to rise up, you need to give them something they fear more than his retribution.
Oh, I don't like motivating by fear. I'd rather motivate with hope.
I agree. People need to believe they can win. That means weapons, leadership, and a clear target.
Okay, that's a different message than they have to fear you more.
Well, they need something greater, not something they fear more than.
Isn't the Baron spending all their money on parties instead of food? I think we
True.
could maybe bring that
True.
fact up.
Let them take.
Well, the leaders across town, a few have already been killed, so that makes it difficult for them to organize. We lost the blacksmith and we lost Erwin at the Blue Water Inn. But we do need to deal with Isabella. So I think one of you, or a few of you, will need to either isolate her or break her loyalty. And if neither of those works, you better pray you're faster with the blade than she is.
Yeah, I kind of feel like dealing with Isabella. If we can lure Isabella out and deal with her one-on-one, might be better off doing that first.
I agree.
And
now, are you going?
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was moving on.
Yeah, same. I didn't have anything else actually because I had forgotten. We already said it's been too long. We don't have psychic connection.
Now, not only dealing with Isabella, we need to deal with the garrison. If the Baron calls the garrison, the city will be overwhelmed.
Through what means would the Baron call them? Can we sever the line of communication there?
I mean, any guard and any member of the guard can alert the garrison, and if they all move out at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like a horn? They have signal flare?
No, it'd be a foot traffic. Like a guard leaving the scene would potentially alert the garrison. Is that the state of things?
True.
Okay.
But if something went wrong at the festival, a fire perhaps,
then the garrison would be otherwise busy.
Or we get them to leave, get the garrison to leave the city to deal with some other crisis.
Would they leave the city? They don't care about anything outside of the city.
How big of a crisis are we talking? Because I could make a crisis.
And also, where is the Festival of Fire?
Well, it depends on what part of the city you would like to burn.
Okay, so we're all on the same page that we're talking about starting a giant fire, and then assuming
True.
that there's no designated firefighting group, it's the garrison.
Correct.
Hold on,
They,
I feel like who that ends up hurting is the people themselves.
Well, we could strategically, yeah. I mean, their houses would. I don't know. Can we burn down the barracks? I don't. What we could burn down something that's not owned by commoners.
I mean,
Well,
the barracks is where the garrison would be stationed.
Okay, but you know what I mean, like some kind of non-house building.
yeah, but the barracks are owned by the people. The Baron is in charge of them right now, but like once we depose the Baron, the people will need those because they will still need defense from the rest of the world. Like,
And Lior wants to burn down people's houses.
Lior's on her eat the rich bent now. It's like the people should seize the means of production.
Oh, hold on. So what if we burn down the Baron's house?
Yes, Andy.
Will we be in it? Aren't we going into the Baron's house in order to get the
I
Baron?
would, though.
Not if we set it on
seems-
fire.
Though it seems like a good, like I understand the want to burn down his house, but you still need a seat of power in Valaki, which that is civilized with. So if we want, I would rather seize and take control of the Baron's mansion than burn it down.
We could try to do trees and then also warn all the nearby residents, but then they might alert the guard. I don't know. Can we get like? I don't think anybody's gonna want to volunteer that their house can be burned down because they're that fired up about the cause. But
We can start burning down trees. I
Wherever-
mean, on the north side of town, there are plenty of trees we could start burning down. I mean, the riots themselves may distract the garrison as well.
riots
split-
aren't good.
Split the difference.
Yeah, I'm honestly pro fire because that will distract the garrison in a way that is not directly harmful to people. And like people can rebuild houses, but they can't, come back from the dead most of the time.
Yeah,
So
I was pretty set on that plan, and then they pointed out all the riots that are going to happen, and then I'm like, okay, well, that's going to cause a lot of chaos and negative energy.
Who's who? You in the back? You're being awfully quiet. Was it Norb? Your name was? Why aren't
Yo,
you
what's up,
talking?
Nord?
Yeah.
You're being awfully quiet.
Well, got anything to say? Should I say something?
Are you okay? You seem quieter than usual.
Yeah. I'm just, yeah.
You're not like possessed by a demon who's spying on us or something?
Oh, good
Nah.
question.
Wouldn't I be acting weirder if
I don't know.
that doesn't make no dang sense.
What about Isabella? You think you seem to got something going on? You think you can distract her?
I mean, I can try. I really thought the last round with her would have made sense. I feel like we all felt that way. Like, maybe she would have seen sense. So I'm a little thrown off by that, but I mean, I can give it a good go.
Well, I think so. So in our one-on-one, when I was kidnapped by her, she definitely revealed. I really tried to make some arguments about how the Baron. She's all about like righteousness and or order. She doesn't care about righteousness. Clearly, she's all about order. And I tried to explain to her the Baron's life really doesn't seem that ordered. I think we need an alternative to the Baron to sway her.
I was kind of thinking the same direction. I think you nailed it. Edge the out. Combining with maybe if we find some stuff definitive on the Baron and successfully overthrow him, then maybe when we get the guards with definitive proof, maybe that's enough to sway. I don't know. It's not makes
What
sense.
about Irina? I know we all kind of hate her, but
don't
I
hate her.
mean,
I
oh,
don't.
okay. I'll speak for myself.
Uh, I I do think that the guards and the hierarchy are the key to Irina, though. And we could get real hurt if we're trying to face her 1-on-1 or even 1-on-3 or 1-on-5 or what have you.
But I think
Oh.
it's a
I think
threat
she'll
that can
kill
be dealt
us.
with. My concern is if we're doing anything that isn't directly isolating the demon lady, that she will just add herself to an already tough situation, and then we'll be actually unable to manage.
Norbert, you were in her room. Did you see anything in her room that you could leverage? uh, You know,
There
I
was
can't,
something there.
I can't see anything other than that dang creepy doll, to be honest with you. I mean, it really threw me off. I couldn't really see anything other than that, to be honest with you. I'm sorry.
okay.
Wait, are
Uh,
you the one she's been ordering those custom dolls about?
Oh,
Yeah. Which is why we thought maybe she would listen to Norb, but she was not amenable.
yeah, and it was
At
just
the
too It was just too creepy, man.
All
I
right,
try.
I think
I
you'd be
try.
the perfect distraction for her, right? She seems a little obsessed with you.
I mean, logically, probably,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, what if you did one of the things that she said you did in the dream?
Oh,
And then she's like, "Ooh, Omen's coming to life," and she feels like she really has to jump on that and not deal with the Baron situation.
I feel like y'all are right, but it's also gonna suck a lot.
is it that leaving Norb away from the rest of us though?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, I'd be worried about her seeing through it at some point after we've left and committed to the other plan, and then Norb being her puppet.
Hey,
Hmm.
real quick before before we get back to it, Ricky Tavio.
Rictavio.
That's what I said. Um, have you ever been called the charlatan by chance?
I don't think he would have been called that.
Have you ever heard that?
I've been
That
called the um I have been called the carnival man, but no, I've not been called a charlatan. That's quite offensive.
No,
oh,
it
I
wasn't a charlatan. That would be offensive. We said the charlatan, which, by the way, is less offensive.
No,
Guys, the
I
charlatan is a Taroka card. It's not a title.
yeah.
Come on, guys, come on.
no, that is not any alias that I go by.
I wouldn't know any better. Hey,
You might as well ask somebody like, "Oh, have you ever been known as the ghost?" Like,
yeah, but this is very Norbert. Uh,
We don't
can
know.
I insight? I know the charlatan thing means nothing, but like I noticed you notated a silver sword earlier, which
a
you know,
silvered sword.
yeah, well, silver to me, silver to Norbert.
I
You know,
feel like we internally established that he is.
Yeah.
yeah.
No
This is
reason
just
not to like follow up with him, but I'm just clarifying that's where we stand
All right.
internally.
Yeah, and to be clear, Norbert, my ribbing you about the Taroka cards was also in character. That was only our moment.
fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you.
All right, so roll your insight, Norb.
While they do that, I would also like to clarify I am
Oh,
medium
Brit.
key
I feel like this is
suggesting Irina
confirmation.
for mayor.
You want a
Oh.
confirmation of what?
Well, it's Norb's insight, but I assume you're going to give us confirmation without a doubt that this is the charlatan.
Yeah, because as Leor very, very accurately and aptly put. She shared that it is a card, and Norbert's being Norbert, and associating things that aren't logically associated, but are, like.
All right. So with the insight of 21, you sense that his calm demeanor is more of a mask. His hands stay too close to his sword. His eyes flick towards the tiger with like very subtle tension, but it's not fear. It's readiness. He's hiding something, and you mentioning hunting and vampire hunting makes him a little tense, but he quickly masks it. The tiger's presence feels off too. Like Rictavio trusts it completely. Like, but there's like an undercurrent of unease. Like he's always waiting for something to go wrong.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk to this tiger now.
I think we all already felt this way, but like nothing like crazy. I would just kind of like point my finger and just be like, "Ah, yeah, he's our charlatan. He may not know what that is, but I mean, we got one of them, y'all.
I take offense to that, sir.
It's not meant an offense, man.
You like this person?
Yeah,
I
you
think
shouldn't
this
take
guy's
offense
the
to anything Norb says. Just grain of salt across the board.
Ouch.
Lovingly, Norb.
Hey,
All
man.
right, so he writes up Isabella on like a sheet that he's notating. No, scratch that. He's got like a board on the back wall that he's like lining with like charcoal, and he's like
With red string.
with red string. But he just writes up there, Isabella dash Norbert. It's like, all right, so we've got one thing taken care of.
Hey, man, like I said, it's like tarot cards or something. We were supposed to find you. That was the whole point.
Europa
Um,
cards.
Yeah, that.
I don't believe in any of that Vistani bullshit. Okay,
No.
those people are traitors.
Oh, whoa. I assumed you were one based on this caravan.
No.
Okay, that was a little racist, actually. I just
Oh, my bad. I kind of thought that as I said it. I was like, is that offensive?
It's only offensive in character.
Honestly,
Leor-
I kind of
Leor
think
is-
the opposite. I think
I
in
was very
character, that's like
uncomfortable with.
out of character. I was like, oh damn, I just made a strong assumption about somebody.
Okay, calm down.
Um,
I've already done some work with some of the leaders in our town. Well, who's left? I know the father Lucian Petrovich. He's definitely not down for violence, but he's Oh.
dead.
what?
Oh yeah, that he was one of the casualties of the attacks.
Are you kidding me? Every single one of my main contacts.
He died very valiantly. We were there to witness that.
Okay. Well, our right is going to be very headless in its execution. Okay.
you want something to distract the garrison, though, right?
Yes. So he writes up garrison on the board. Fire plus
I think
riot
I think-
question mark.
I think the fire sounds a bit extreme.
This is going to be extreme no matter what. So I feel like we need to set the ground here. Like, hey, there's going to be some damage when we overthrow this. This is not going to be quiet,
What about
especially since you
Yeah.
already kicked the hornet's nest.
okay, what about
So-
if like there was maybe like a zombie attack? What do you think? Do you think that would get a reaction?
Yes.
It depends how many zombies, probably. But
Yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna
the
say how
perfect
many
scenario.
zombies?
Perfect scenario is where we can make a very large fire outside of the edge of town in a way that is directed towards the town and is big enough that it requires a ton of effort to put out, but that they could theoretically put out before it really does too much damage to the city.
So
That's
per
my
the
love that.
that would be a very smart decision if only the town weren't placed far away from the forest, and any of the forest that was nearby was cut down due to the reason of how dangerous the forests are.
Yeah. So are there laser trees in here that we could spread to a big enough threat without them immediately getting a ton of buildings on fire?
What about the effigy?
What's that? I
Well,
don't know.
they're gonna burn that anyway.
You suggesting we like knock it over so it's more chaotic? Could get down with that.
We could light the effigy way before they plan to burn it.
Yeah. I'm on board. Let's do it.
But that would have to be this would have to be in the morning if we did that.
Why? Easier to see it from a distance if it's night, and then we call the guards over.
Well, if it's night, they've already got it in position. It won't be an emergency if it lights.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm not aware that I probably was told the backstory on the effigy. I have no idea.
It's part of the festival, and the festival's taking place tomorrow, and so they'll be
Wait,
moving it
isn't it
tomorrow.
still night? I meant like tonight.
Oh, tonight before the morning.
Yes, that's
Oh.
what I was envisioning.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if we could get the crowd together for a riot in time. We could try.
Oh, okay. So the riot you were talking about was intentional, like inciting the crowd to our cause. When you
Correct.
said riot, I thought you just meant like naturally by the virtue of a fire, there's going to be looting and raiding and riots, and it's not.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
it's not directed.
Full mass, not.
Whew, okay.
Correct. So my thoughts are as the festival of the blazing sun starts and a lot of the guards are already sectioning off the town in order to throw this festival here on the east side. We need to get the garrison away from the barren side of town as well with the distraction. If we riot enough people during the festival, cause enough damage, I think the garrison would come out and try and put a stop to it. But Isabella needs to be away from all that. Isabella would squash that in an instant. So if we can
The
get
riot
Isabella,
or the garrison coming.
Isabella would definitely be able to squash a riot, or us. We don't want to run into her.
Okay. Back to the zombie attack idea.
I don't know
What if
how we
they-
would do a zombie attack.
Let's say like 5 zombies. We're like messing around doing zombie stuff. You think that would distract?
50 guards? No.
50. Yeah. See, that's what I was asking. That's too many.
Well, but I mean, you can maybe. It won't be a long distraction, but if you start them on the far side of town from the garrison and there's enough people screaming about zombies, we could like be trying to convince the guards that they all need to go because like half the city is zombies, and they won't know that till they get there. But it won't last.
Also,
I've got
for the
some-
record, a zombie is worth at least like 2 guards.
I could set the stockyards on fire.
You could, indeed.
I have alchemist fire in my cargo somewhere, and it could go off accidentally. I mean, I would have to sacrifice my lovely wagon, but it would be a fine distraction and would not look suspicious.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Okay.
Don't sacrifice your tiger though. That seems like make sure he's not in the wagon.
We could let the tiger go nuts for a bit. That
He
could
could
help.
escape in the fire. Yeah, we could let all the animals out, right? Just
Especially if you trust its safety. Don't think you're putting it at, I don't want the tiger to just be chump meat.
You want me to talk to the animals and maybe like see if they're
I do,
cool with
because
joining in a
you was
riot?
asked to do it like 3 times. So definitely want you to be able to do that.
Well, I don't want to talk to the man's tiger without his permission. Considered rude, I think.
Okay.
Wouldn't talking to the tiger just be normal? It's not like he owns the tiger per se.
well, he does have it in a cage.
I was kind of.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't catch the cage part.
I mean, I don't believe in ownership of other beings.
Well, no, I thought
but
it was
also,
I thought it was tiger companion, and therefore it was like a partnership.
I kind of thought that too, like
I
a
didn't.
sketchy, unsure partnership.
Yeah. Well,
Like
no,
The
I just
Walking
didn't
Dead.
hear the cage part. If I heard the cage part,
Yeah,
That
and
does-
I think the tiger was the thing bucking against the the wagon, because we heard
I
metal.
think so.
So
All right.
science point to the tiger is not thrilled to be here.
dude, just talk to the tiger.
Well, I was not sure about wasting the spell slot, but if everyone's on board that it sounds
Yeah.
like a
You
valuable,
mentioned it enough
it is
now.
a
I feel
ritual
like.
spell, but
Oh,
I'm
there you
not
go.
going to sit here and say, let's wait 10 minutes for me to cast this. So I'm casting.
All
Well, you
right.
guys are talking about
Spell
waiting until
slot,
tomorrow,
speak with
right? Till
animals.
the festival.
We are talking about that.
Yeah, I feel like 10 minutes is nothing. I feel like go for it.
All right. What do you? Let's say that 10 minutes passes at some point in here where you're just kind of like chilling.
Oh,
Feels
damn.
bad.
You. I mean, if you're really gonna let it happen, I'm not
Yeah, it's
gonna.
fine.
I'm not
I'd say
gonna.
we're in a very calm situation here. I feel like you could give out 10 minutes for this. So
All
what do you?
right. I
Like
What do
did
you?
more
do
than
What do you
10.
say?
like 20 real life minutes ago. So I'm just gonna like, oh, hey, Tiger Bro, what's up, man? Do you like it here? What's your living arrangements?
What's your living arrangement?
Yeah,
I feel like a really
like, are you
proper
guys
British tiger.
bros or?
The tiger kind of looks at you and says, "You not pray."
That's a good
Mm.
vibe. I like that. Would you? Okay, let's just say that we wanted to like cause a lot of trouble and chaos in the city, and I want to let you out to go like try to eat people. How do you feel about that?
Mm. Let me out. You would do that?
Will you come back?
Um,
Sorry, I'm not involved in this.
I would like to.
I
If I
will
speak
run
in
free.
Druidic, and if I speak in Druidic, can hear me, understand me? It just says I can communicate with him, not in what language.
I would say that speaks with animals. I don't know. It feels like animals understandable might.
Comprehend and verbally communicate with.
I feel like if it's own language, like you now speak tiger.
I now speak Tiger. In any
That's
event,
I would do it if I were DM.
if I'm allowed to say the following in such a way that my friends don't understand, I will free all
Oh,
the
okay.
beasts.
So I think that yeah. So you're just able to speak in his language. It's like parcel tongue.
I say then
Oh.
something along the lines of, I will free all the beasts.
I tasted freedom before. I have run through plains, hunted under moon. But this is different. Darkness seeps in air. I do not know if I would leave when you open cage.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I'm asking.
Not
Okay.
not all cages are made of metal.
That's deep. Yeah, I kind of get that. I also wouldn't want to go live in the forest. It's kind of scary out there. So if we did a riot, you would just like come back. That's what I'm hearing.
Riot?
Yeah, kind of just generally cause a kerfuffle around the city, you know.
Because kerfuffle
Uh,
is more of a nice word.
Is a good use of.
More tiger friendly.
he kind of growls at you. I will join the chaos and I will make them feel what they deserve. Riot or hunt, it matters not. When I am free, I will take what I want. I do not choose sides. I only hunt.
Oh, okay. See, that's also the kind of thing that I'm not sure about.
What the heck are you saying to my tiger, bud?
Oh, I'm just seeing if he wants to join the riot.
That's a bad idea. Or maybe not.
No,
It's
yeah, he kind of
risky.
just said he also kind of just said like, yeah,
Are you
I don't
okay
think
with a
it's a
couple
good
of
idea.
people getting mauled by a tiger? That's kind of the
Yeah,
option there.
I'm trying to avoid civilian injuries here. I do think a tiger is a little less damage than a fire, but it's also less of a distraction.
Yeah, I think anything short of like, hey, we need at least 30 bodies to like form a fire line. Like they're just gonna send some people out, and we'll still have more than we can really deal with, unless we were like all wizards that just unlocked fireball.
Well, we could
And
do a
even
bunch of
then, we'd kill them
small
all, which Leora doesn't want
distraction.
to do. Yeah,
I
but
don't
they're
want to
still not
put the
going to send
tiger in
everybody.
danger either.
Like our fire is the best bet, I think, of getting all of them out.
Yeah, especially if we could mostly just make it the effigy is on fire.
Yeah, and like they don't need to know that it's even if it takes like if they can see the fire. Like my pitch at night, I was hoping they could see something and people would be screaming, and like we can tell them they need everybody, even if they don't. But we can do that regardless. We
I mean,
try.
the effigy is stored at the stockyard, so I could save my wagon doing that.
Yeah, rock and
I'd
roll. Let's do it.
All
also
right,
like
he
to ask
he rubs it
the
out and
tiger
puts
though.
fire effigy on the chalkboard, on the charcoal board.
I'd also
Whatever
like
is
to
an
ask the
equivalent of that
tiger
in
real
medieval
quick.
times.
I'd like to look
Okay.
around real quick and just do a check to
Hey,
see if I think anything's spying on
we're
us.
talking over
Which-
Edge the Owl so much.
I'm sorry.
Well, you guys are on task. I'm trying to pull us off again. But I just want to ask the tiger real quick, like, hey,
What?
this Rictavio guy, he seems like a pretty chill guy. Is there anything he could do to make sure that you guys are like buds? Because I think he could use a friend and you could use a friend.
Hmm. He is not a friend. He keeps me here because he needs me. He
Well,
feeds
that's
me. He feeds me only because he is afraid of what I might do if I go hungry.
that's what I'm asking. Is there something he could do to show you it's not like that? That you guys are like bros?
No. We
No.
are both
Okay.
hunters. He is not cruel, but he is not kind either.
Well, neither are you, right? As a wild animal. I'm sorry,
He's
not part of this conversation. Go ahead.
He kind of like turns his body around so his back's facing you and lies down.
Well, thanks, Tiger Bro.
Do not thank me. All right. Are you done talking with my tiger? I think you put him to sleep.
Oh yeah, bro. I was trying to get him to be friends with you, but he's like, yeah, he knows you're a legendary vampire hunter, and he's like, yeah, I don't think those guys have friends.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he told me all about you being a legendary vampire hunter.
Do a deception check.
All right, all right. Shoot, where is it?
Nice. What's your
Hmm.
deception modifier?
0.
So you're saying that the tiger told you that I was a vampire hunter?
I mean, look, man. I'm translating from an animal language, but he definitely intimated that he most assuredly
Well,
suggested that you are.
if he's spreading my secrets, he needs to die right now. And he pulls out his
Oh shit!
crossbow.
Oh shit!
What?
That's not what he said. I was testing you, but you
oh.
just admitted those are your secrets. Ha ha ha.
He lets out a deep sigh.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, I may moonlight battling darkness.
Dope. I'll keep your secret. That's cool. I kind of knew already because, like, I saw it myself.
We're not we're certainly not judgmental about that. We've killed a few vampire spawn ourselves, right? We're on the same team here.
Yeah,
Now-
man, took you long enough.
He looks visibly frustrated.
Oh, poor guy.
Look,
We have
all
that
right.
effect.
Okay,
I'm done distracting.
back to business. Are we killing the
I'm
Baron
done.
or not?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm confused about the timeline. We're waiting until tomorrow. We're doing it now. What are we doing?
We're doing it under the guise of the festival.
Okay,
Yes.
because it's going to be stored in the stockyard up until nighttime tomorrow.
One sec. I'm just
Norbert, Lior, SDF, was that right?
What's up?
Yeah, so like tomorrow when the festival starts, that's when we're striking. So that's the all plans set in motion at the same time.
I thought if we waited until the festival started, then it was already in place and then not a good distraction.
No, if we wait until like tomorrow night, then that wouldn't have worked. Sorry, we're all talking across cross purposes here. We are on board with lighting the effigy on fire before it moves, which will be at the beginning of the festival. Guards will already be out for the festival. They will come to the effigy and try to put it out, and we will seize the Baron's Manor.
Got it.
Sounds good.
So we
to me.
also, I don't know, it might be overkill, but like set out some booby traps so the first few guards that show up don't immediately get it under control. Not like saying harmful ones, just like disabling ones.
could the townsfolk also set off these traps?
Yeah, and I think we wanted it to look like it was plausibly accidental. And if we've trapped it, then that is much less plausible.
You can just make the. Is there a basement at the stockyard? Or is
Um,
this thing
probably not.
inside or is this all outside?
It's like more outside. There's a bunch of just buildings housing animals and my wagon.
Okay, what
Like
about just placing some more flammable material in the nearby thing that seems like it would plausibly belong there to make it a little more complicated to put out?
I
Well, it's
mean, there's a
alchemist fire. It's also going to be hard to put out anyway because it's magic.
true. We could set the barn with hay on fire, throw the effigy on top of that. We've got a nice little bonfire going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you not tell that it's alchemist fire? Like, is that not completely destroying the plausible accident theory?
Well, he was going to plausibly accidentally drop some alchemist fire. Like,
Okay. Sorry, missed that bit of details. All right, I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm good to implement it.
let's go.
All right. Garrison killing the Baron. Let's see. Now, how are we going to get everyone to riot? I think that's the last thing.
Do we know leader? Do you know leaders in the community?
Yeah, they all died.
Well, I know people in the community.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
talking about like if we can get to a subset of a certain number of people, we could like even 10 people, we could probably reach out simultaneously with a combination of tricks to be like, hey, spring into action.
there are sympathizers with our with people who have been dissatisfied with the Baron. We need to incite unrest discreetly.
Yeah, I was
We
hoping
need
for like influencers. Like if we can like know people who will be able to influence a large number of other people in their community, that's like a smaller subset. We can get
That's
to all
me.
of them.
I'm the
priest?
influencer.
Where otherwise, we could just split up into 5 different groups and all try to incite our own riots and have varying levels of success with
all
just
right.
communicating directly to the masses.
So riots, Lior.
Yeah. I should be good at that.
You need to riot their emotions and get them nice and angry.
Well, how do you get them all together? Are there?
Yeah,
Dude, this is
there
at
are-
the festival.
The
This is
festival.
at the festival.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just got to do another rousing crowd speech. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Norbert taking care of Isabella. I assume we have our uh, rogue assassin. You seem like Zaro. You seem to be fond of killing. You're going to kill the Baron. Lior is taking care of the riot. And what is Edgethao doing?
So we're splitting up. I'm going in on a single one-man job to kill the Baron.
I think so. I think as a
Okay.
group we stand out more. You have the entire town looking for you right now.
I know. I was envisioning, and we do not have to do this, but all of us starting this thing, all the guards reacting, and then all of us going to the Baron. But yeah, I am fine with being the assassin. I am confident I can do it if there's not a million guards.
I can help make sure there aren't a million guards in the Baron's house.
Ooh.
Yeah,
no.
if you want to go
Well,
like stealth animal.
so the
companion.
Baron does give a speech. The Baron does give a speech every festival. But then he cowers away back into his mansion afterwards with his 5 or 6 elite guards in tow. So Edgethao, if you could pull those guards away from him far enough to where you give Zaro an opening.
Sorry, can we dissect this a little bit more? So, do we know? I mean, obviously, in this day and age, there's not like cars. So, like, he's presumably walking, right? From somewhere
Correct.
to where he gives the speech and back. He
Correct.
has his 5 or 6 guards with him the whole time. What's the timeline?
Wouldn't it be best if the riot starts during his speech? Lior starts in the crowd calling out pain
Yeah.
points with the Baron during his speech.
Yeah. 100%. I'm not letting him finish a speech. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that'd be
And
great
then-
if you could pull it off. Just competing interests. But all right, I'm down. I'm down with that plan.
Okay. So killing the Baron, we have Edgethao and Zaro working in tandem as he
Good.
cowers away into his mansion.
Wait till you guys see this shit.
Excited.
Do we
Let's
know
go.
a layout of the mansion? Can I just wait for him in wherever his room is in the mansion?
We've been there. That's where I put on
Yeah.
the mask, Zaro. That jogs your memory.
But yeah, so you could wait inside the mansion for him to arrive, and Edge the Out could somehow peel off those guards as he enters and leave you with the perfect opening to take him out.
Hold on, Ricky Tikki Tavi. Do you know?
Why? Why do you call me that?
He's a famous hunter, much like you.
There are so many things wrong with that.
Look, let's theoretically ask a question here.
You are asking a question.
If the Baron's son's dead body was somewhere, where do you think that might be?
Oof.
If the son's dead body was what?
Look,
Where does the Baron have his son's body? Yeah.
I'm really
In
trying
his
to
house. Has to be in his house. He wouldn't have had time to bury him yet. It has to be in his house still.
I'm just saying, man.
Where they're having a little difficulty with burials right now because the coffin maker has left town.
Yeah, we know about that.
Like part of the question were all the dead bodies. Specifically, where is that guy's?
I honestly am not sure. They have not held a funeral.
I'm gonna guess attic of the Baron's house because that's where the son stayed, and I think they would put him in his room until they're ready to funeral him.
Yeah, I can't get there, so Operation Psychological Warfare might not happen.
Okay, so my big question, like, I could wait for him in the mansion, but what's the distance? So, like, if what I'm trying to get at is what's the amount of travel time that he has left the immediate vicinity of the crowd and before he's in the mansion? Can we hit him on the road?
That's a possibility too.
Because I think I might like that more because I just don't know what's waiting for us in the mansion. Where, like, if HBO has a plan to get the guards away and I can get them on the road, it might be my preferred route.
I think that on the road would work as well. Whichever you decide. I mean, you might be more in the open. You might have to hide less, but I don't know. You might be more in chaos at that moment on the road than you would be in the mansions. Either one's
But if
fine.
things go really south, the chaos could be helpful, potentially.
True.
If you raise the dead, can they speak?
Hey, whoa. No.
Come on, man, you've been laying down hints.
No, they can't.
Okay.
Also, I just want to be clear. This isn't some weird necromancy soul stealing bullshit. This is just my people. We study, like, decay and the cycles of life and death. And it's a lot easier to reanimate a body than you would think.
Yeah,
okay,
noted.
but what about the soul? Are you putting energy in lifeless corpses, or you're returning? It doesn't matter. I don't care.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not some weird soul bullshit. It's just body kind of can still walk. You know what I mean? Like no reason the body can't walk.
Guys,
If you think about it.
guys, what's that?
Who's there? It's me. Hey, you guys promised. And opening the door is this very small halfling woman.
Ooh, Zara's very small halfling woman.
Oh damn!
You told me that you would take me with you if you went to raid the Baron's house.
Oh.
It took me forever to get it out of Danica. There's guards all over that place.
Yeah. Well, I thought maybe that didn't hold anymore since you wanted something with the Baron's son and he's dead now.
No. What I want is in that room.
Wait, what do you want?
There is something that he's doing in his room that is interfering with our communication.
Just to clarify, we're talking about the Baron's son's room, which is the attic.
Correct. They have some sort of psionic connection up there that is so loud it's giving me a splitting headache. And I'm not going to be able to get in there without you guys. So add me to your stupid chalkboard.
Yeah, rock and roll. Let's do it.
Yeah. I have the chalk, but that's cool.
What is her name? Do we know her name?
Elira Swiftshade.
Elira Swiftshade.
Wilric's daughter.
Okay.
Was Wilwick the guy that was telepathying me?
Correct.
Okay.
Um,
So I'll be a better D&D participant after I'm jobless next week.
That's fair.
just become overemployed. That's the new thing for remote employees.
You get like 3 ghost jobs.
That's the way to do it. All right. So I think that's everything. But who would be in power? So
That's a good question.
who are we going to put in power? I do not want
I know the answer.
Doctor. I'm not gonna Zaro, I don't think you should be either, honestly.
No, not me. I have no interest in politics. The answer is obviously Jimothy.
That's a good answer.
The orphan boy?
I'm medium key still thinking Irina.
I don't think Irina is a good choice because first of all, she's an outsider to the city, so they don't know her, and second of all, I think that like she brings more attention to the city than they want.
What
I
about a small
think-
council?
I have
The
an idea.
innkeeper, the
Yeah,
priest, Irina.
Well, the priest is dead, but
Oh, I
no one
forgot the
dead can
priest
be on the
died.
council.
Well,
But like
well.
I trust Danica. I think she's a pretty well-respected community member. I think we could like make her in charge of putting together a council. I think that might work. Maybe
That's what I
Irina
was
can be like a advisor position because she has had that like ruler experience. But you know, maybe they're kind of done with the nobility. Maybe it's down with barons and ladies now.
Yeah. Let's Game of
I
Thrones.
I was leaning towards Danica.
Danica's a good choice, but she's unstable at the moment, I would think. Though that might be good.
She'll rise to the occasion. Never fear about Danica. She's solid. I'm gonna owe her so much after this though, because I don't think she wants this job.
All right, we place Danica as the new Baron of Valaki.
Head councilwoman of Valaki. She can decide from there.
As long as there's a head of state, it matters not.
Yeah. All right, ready to go bust some heads? And by heads, I mean I will be very persuasive in a crowd.
True. We might get some rest first. I guess, Elira, did you have anything to add? No. I just want to. I don't care about your whatever political BS. I just get me into the Baron's house safely.
Does
And it
anybody? Sorry, go ahead.
So I will. During wherever this is happening, I'm going to hide out by the Baron's house, and I will wait for you all to arrive.
Okay, so we're not hitting them on the road. Is that the plan?
I mean,
Are there going to be any guards stationed in the castle that are just like permanently there that aren't part of the garrison, aren't part of the festival?
I mean,
We think
they might have.
guards are here.
They will be definitely thinned out. I
'Cause I'm
believe that
feeling like someone
most of the guards not in the garrison will be either at the festival or looking for people not at the festival that should be at the festival.
Yeah, but most is a big difference from all. Whereas while he's en route, I'm pretty confident it's just going to be the 5 or 6 there, at least for the first,
Correct. I
minute.
I think Elira was just whenever you arrive at the Baron's house, like whether or not that's after you kill the Baron or not, she just wants what's in the house. She's not there to help you.
Oh, so even if I'm fighting the Baron in front of her, she's not gonna do anything?
Elira?
Yeah,
I might
good to know.
I might I'm not a super violent person.
What
Yeah,
about the
okay.
Baron's wife?
Oh yeah, we met her,
She's
Lady Petrovna.
yeah, Petrovna won't be an issue.
She's probably mourning her son, unless she didn't like him. I'm not really sure what the relationship dynamic was there.
Petrovna always acts like or no, Vargas's wife is Lydia. I don't know
Oh.
where Petrovna came from.
It came from my notes. We met her in the Baron's house.
I met her in the kitchen.
She was angry with us.
Oh, did I say the wrong name there?
We just got another lady in his house.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's an
You
issue.
dog.
What?
I have people in the Baron's house: Baron Vargas, Lady Petrovna, nobleman, comma, Baron's wife, question mark. Baron's son studies history of arcane principles, not actual man, it's magic, he's shit
Oh,
at
those
that.
are two separate people then.
Oh, no, it's Lydia Petrovna.
Lydia
But she-
Petrovna.
Yeah, okay. But
Got it.
yeah, okay. I think I just changed her last name to Velakovich, like Vargas, and forgot because it makes sense. Cool. All right, same person.
Got it. Cool.
All right, so we just need to wait until morning, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Would you
guess.
call that
Well,
a short
hold on.
rest?
Hold on. Okay, you guys might not like this, so I've been dancing around it until I said it explicitly. But can we go find me some bodies if we want look. I think 5 dead bodies walking around is going to be pretty distracting to the Baron's guards. And also a useful asset in fighting them.
Well, as horrifying as that is, that might not be too crazy. You would need to go around town, and there's actually a bunch of victims of the vampire attacks that are still in crates outside of their homes since they haven't been buried.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Yeah, so you could either do that or try and dig up someone from the cemetery, the
Okay.
graveyard.
So but can we all agree, if anyone asks, because some people get real weird about necromancy, and maybe that includes you guys. But if anybody asks, it's not related to the movement. I think that would be a bad look for the movement.
I agree.
Yes, just a happenstance.
I think
I
we should
swear though, guys,
spin
it's
it
just
as
some nature.
we should spin it as vengeful fate. These are the victims of the Baron's negligence, rising up to take retribution. But yeah, not a thing that we purposefully did.
Yes, even the dead just happen to join our cause because it's so noble.
Yeah.
I mean, they got attacked by vampires,
Yeah. And it was his job to protect them.
Uh-huh. Cool.
I do not like dealing with the dead because that is an aspect of something we can't fully control. But in the name of pragmatism, I think I can accept this.
I've got like moderate control. Side discussion, we definitely want to kill them before I lose control of them.
You're making me like this less and less every sentence you say.
Look, okay, I also have to admit I've never done this before. My elders, sometimes when we had like big projects to do, we would in a very respectful and loving way to our ancestors, would call upon their bodies for help.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, so we kind of I haven't actually personally done this. I figure I can though. Like I've really learned a lot about magic here in Barovia.
Your village would say, "Man, that's a lot of work. Let's raise our dead family members to help us." That's what they did.
Sometimes.
And then they were like, "Oh no, we need to kill them now."
They were already
Well,
dead.
okay. The elders were a lot better, and when we didn't have a bunch of other stuff going on, listen, the circumstances can be a little different. Like, sorry, I'm trying to kind of lead a revolution here. Maybe we're doing things a little differently from how I would have done it at home. Look, man, don't talk yourself out of five fighting hands.
You know
You
what?
know what I
Go
mean?
for it. But I'm standing by the
Wait.
fact that I think that your home is a nightmare.
They're one-handed zombies?
Oh, yeah, you're right. 10 hands. Look at this guy.
Sorry,
Look at this guy. Hey, man, I don't judge your culture. Actually, I do. I'm sorry. I actually do. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, let's get some rest, and then I guess we're off to the races tomorrow.
All right. Short rest, long rest.
I mean, we have time for either.
It
But
actually is entirely interchangeable for me.
Yeah, in character, I don't get anything from either, and so I'm tempted to be like, let me go do something useful during this time. But like, I probably would be like, hey, big day tomorrow. Let's get a full night's rest.
I need to long rest for Operation Zombie.
Yeah, let's long rest.
Norbert needs to be ready to, hang out with Isabella.
I can't do 5 though. I think 3 will still probably be like pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I'll do what the party agrees with. Out of character, a long rest would just basically give me a mystic step back.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
mean, why not? Let's do it.
Until we're doing a long rest. So there are a lot of these halflings that we keep seeing around this town. Do you get 5 if 4 of them are halflings?
No, it's a medium or small.
And to be fair, you've only seen one halfling.
Right. It's noteworthy to see a halfling. You guys are the short
Well,
ones.
2. Yeah.
Oh, Edge
yeah,
Stay
there
Out.
were 2 different ones.
It's just Edge Stay Out and Elira.
And Norbert's like getting real short.
Well, yeah, but by different
Well.
means. By significantly different means. But yeah, I guess I'm just right there with y'all.
Norbert's aging like the anime old people that just slowly get shorter.
Yeah, I would like to think like fine wine, but okay.
During this long rest, if I could take time to try and figure out my Heartstone amulet, because I keep forgetting to do that on long rests, that would be clutch. But we don't have to do that right now.
Okay.
But I want to spend the time investigating that.
I don't see why we wouldn't.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah, we just gotta clean it a little bit.
How about I will save what your invitation or your investigation finds until next time. I think this is a good stopping point.
Okay.
Though
You
not a
can feel
lot.
free to just DM that to me also if that's easier.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Since
We didn't
Leor's secretive by nature anyway.
That's true. I don't want everybody to know. Okay. Anything else before we end the session?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you won't be able to make next time.
Yeah. Well, Jack's back, so I should talk to him about it. But probably, definitely not the whole thing. Maybe part of it. I'll
Yeah.
follow up. But you could. I could send you like some speech notes or whatever, and you could just carry on without me. If worst comes to worst.
Okay, for sure. Just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm medium key wondering if another day works.
Oh, okay.
Another day next week.
Well, in as a general change.
Oh.
I'm not
Okay.
saying I'm not even necessarily asking, but we've been on
Uh,
Tuesdays for a while. Just
correct.
curious.
Well, I have no conflicts after next week, so any day is good for me.
David can roll out of bed in the morning and start D&D.
Yep.
Well,
Or, yeah,
why break what isn't broken? I would have to skip something else anyways.
Yeah, what day did you want to move to?
yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of just asking. I had something come up that I could do on Tuesdays, but moving it is going to mean not doing something else. So I'm really not even asking. I'm
But
curious.
This
is
is
the
the
thing that you're missing out on Tuesdays better than the things you're doing one day a week?
It's better than what I do on Mondays, that's for sure.
Well, there you go.
okay.